Hi. What you're about to watch is the start of something I'm generally pretty proud of. My second big video project. What I like to call semi-dramatic reading of Mario is Missing, a fanfiction by Skywrites. You can find her on AO3, fanfiction.net, Twitter, etc. And then there's Freight Symphony, the person who drew the beautiful cover that's probably on screen right now. You can find them on Tumblr and DeviantArt. Links will be in the description. Consider checking them both out, regardless of how this turns out. So this part is very clunky. In fact, the main reason I'm recording this right now is because in the original video, the actual reading part was preceded by 12 minutes of rambling. So I've decided to spare you from that. It's not that it was all bad, but the contents ranged from inoffensive to not adding anything worthwhile. Originally, this was meant to be a very off-the-cuff thing, this series. I read the story, react to it, make some comments, try to do voices, and maybe add some music in the background. It was very casual, although it still is pretty casual. What you're going to see, though, is that there's a progression into something a bit more formal, I guess, more focused, and I think that's absolutely a good thing. That being said, I don't want to completely throw away my earlier work. The me that made most of this video is the one that started this series in the first place. It's the same one that started the fanfic analytic video. And in fact, this was originally recorded very close to, my initial recordings of that video. And I want to show what he, past me, was able to put together. So, I've taken the liberty of cutting out I've written intrusive intro, long and obtuse intro that was originally here. The rest of this video is going to remain largely untouched. And that's mostly for me. I want to show that progress for better or for worse. Or at the very least, I want to see that progress for myself, for better or for worse. These first 3 to 4 parts are me still figuring things out, so it's going to be a bit of a rough start. We'll see how it goes. And if you thought that this intro was weird anyway, hey, at least it's not 12 minutes. And yeah, now I'm going to pass it over to Past Me. So yeah, take it away, huh? Yeah, I guess we can find out now. So, alright, this person is also on fanfic.net, and they go under Sky's pen name. But just for now, okay. On Archive of Our Own, Mario is Missing by Skywrites. Alright, I've said that plenty of times already, I think. Alright, and the cover's right here on the page. Why did I go looking for the cover? Why? Okay. Alright, fine. Perfectly fine. The person who made the cover also goes by Freight Symphony on Tumblr. It's a link right here. Great. Wonderful. Alright. Chapter 1. Wait, is there a title for this? Chapter 1, You Won't Forget. Alright. Let's do... I'm out of water. And that just moved. Alright. Let's do this. Neon lights flashed through my window from a mushroom sign speckled with white and red. The red jumped out at me. It bled out into the carpet. It told me dark stories I didn't want to hear. New Donk City was quiet tonight, or as quiet as it could be with the pouring rain, the endless traffic outside, and the noisy Shy Guys next door. For a people with a Shy in the name, they seemed awfully loud unto themselves. But the Shy Guys weren't the problem tonight. There were a lot of problems. A lot of problems everywhere, always. The microwave never worked, for one. No matter how many times I complained to Pete, our piranha landlord. Oh, God. Why would Piantas ever want to live in New Donk? Wait, no, frick, no, never mind. Back up. It's not PD Piranha. It's... No matter how many times... Okay, no. The microwave never worked, for one. No matter how many times I complained to Pete, our Pianta overlord. Our Pianta landlord. Why would Piantas even want to live in New Donk City? They clearly hate it here. It's always damp, dark, and awful. But at least it's not as bad as that humid sunny island they seem to love so much. Another problem is just the city itself. It's so dirty and covered with wet trash. Well, I don't hate Koopas and Goombas, there's so many of them, and so many of them work for the nasty King of Bears. I've written so many letters to Mayor Pauline about it, but she's never even responded. Oh wait, I've forgotten an important tidbit about the microwave. There's no good place to get pasta here either. So even if I do get a nice plate of spaghetti or make some myself, the leftovers have to be eaten cold. It's terrible. Sure, Chef Torde can make a nice ravioli from time to time, but his prices are out of this world. Not to mention he's clearly more of a baker, so his sauce tends to be lacking. I stared out into the rainy window and let out a sigh. This whole city was full of problems. This world was a scary place, but none of it seemed to matter anymore. There was only one thing on my mind. One thing repeating over and over. Mario is missing. Roll credits! Okay. I shouldn't think like that. I know I shouldn't. I'm sure he's just out working a case, getting too deep into it. It wouldn't be the first time. Mario takes his private eye job very seriously. Everyone knows about the famous detective Mario. Whenever there's a robbery or a mystery or well, I hate to write this, but murder, Mario is always the first to get the call. The chief of New Donk City's police force seems to be quite fond of him too. The princess, they call her, though she's anything but spoiled royalty. She's overworked and understaffed, bless her, but she's always trying to rid the city of its crimes the best way she can. I'm not a gossipy person by any means, but I think she gets the nickname because she's the old Chief Toadstool's daughter. The old chief was a toad. They say she's his legitimate daughter, but, well, I have my doubts. I just don't say them out loud. I was trying to keep my brother out of my mind, trying to think of something else, but it's been a week since I've seen him. I held the princess's personal number in my hand. Only use this in an emergency. Is this an emergency? What really counts as an emergency? It's not an immediate emergency, I guess, and it could just be Mario doesn't have any coins to call me and let me know he's okay. He's probably fine. Miss Toadstool's already very busy. I shouldn't bother her. Not to mention, I'm not the best at phone calls. They give me anxiety. I tried to go about the days as normal, hoping, truly hoping, that things would turn out okay. I dusted Mario's desk 3 separate times just today. I checked the pipes in the bathroom and made sure the kitchen sink wasn't clogged. They're all working perfectly. But I've been finding less and less problems around the office. There's only one problem now. No matter how many of the smaller problems I fix, this one seems to get bigger and bigger every minute. I had to face it. That's it. I should just call her. I should call Princess Peach and ask her if she's spoken to my brother. That's all. It won't be too hard. She won't even be mad. Sure, we've only spoken maybe once or twice over the years, but she likes me, right? She wouldn't hate Mario's brother, right? Even if I am just a worthless plumber who couldn't solve a mystery to save my life. Oh, she must think that, doesn't she? Surely she does. We're the Mario Bros. Detective agency, but everyone must know that I never help. I'm never out there with Mario. No, this is bigger than you, Luigi. Come on, you can do it. You can call her. I reached for the phone, and already I noticed my trembling fingers. Why must I be like this? I lifted the phone off the receiver, and I heard the dreaded dial tone buzzing, demanding I do something with it. Call her. Call her, come on! I put in 6 digits, only one more number. Just press this number, and you'll be calling the Chief of Police's emergency personal line. That's all. No big deal. Just press it, Luigi. Come on! Mario wouldn't hesitate to call if you were missing. Someone knocked at the door, with a sudden noise causing the phone to slip out of my gloves with a jolt. I suppressed the urge to scream because the shy guys next door kept complaining about that, and Pete would show up knocking and ask what the ruckus was all about, and... We're closed, I mumbled, cursing my awkward stutter. This was why I didn't like talking. The door went quiet for a moment, as if contemplating if it wanted to keep being knocked on, and then said, Yeah, actually, I still want to be knocked on. You guys are supposed to be open, a voice yelled. Female. My heart pumped even faster. I'm no good at talking to anyone, especially women. I've seen the flyers. I read them. I've seen you on the news, always saying, we're always open, she mocked in my brother's voice. No, that no, I couldn't get the words out right. I had this all planned out if any customer showed up. Mario was on vacation and we're not here. Although, wait, if I told people that, they'd know I'm here. Oh. Stop being weird and open up already. No, I'm never opening up. Leave me alone. Okie dokie, I said. Why do I do this? Despite my brain's insistence on keeping the door locked, despite wanting to be left alone right now, I found my legs moving towards the source of the horrid yelling. With an extremely unsatisfying click, I unlocked the door. Immediately it swung open, practically throwing me back against Mario's desk. Finally, the woman shouted in a huff. I expected better service from the famous Mario Brothers. Her bright blue eyes scanned over our office wildly as if she were looking for some kind of treasure. Kind of a dump. You live here? Her legs were tanned and fit, probably from years of sports and other strenuous activities. I felt the strangest urge to categorize the height of said legs. I don't know why. Maybe it was the fact that she was wearing very short shorts on a rainy day. I felt her piercing gaze land on me and quickly averted my eyes. Her brown hair was short and stylish. Clearly, someone with a lot of time and money on her hands. Is this Daisy? Like, is it actually Daisy? That'd be interesting. You don't talk? No, don't you talk? She asked, shaking her dripping umbrella over my carpet without care. Yes. I wish Mario was here. He would have handled this so much better. I'm such an embarrassment. The woman narrowed her eyes. You're weird. You always seem way more upbeat on the TV next to Peach. She practically spat out the name. I'm not Mario. I don't look like anything like him. He wears red. I wear green. Also, why do you hate Peach so much? Was all that came out, mixed with a few awkward hand motions. She stared at me. I could just feel the judgment. Yeah, well, whatever. I got an important case for you, Mario. I felt my hands smothering Mario's hat way too harshly. Wait, Mario's hat? Have I been holding that this whole time? I quickly checked my head for my own hat. Phew, still there. Still, this one was oddly fixated on the one bit of red I wasn't wearing. She tapped her sporty shoes on my damp carpet, very much making it harder to clean out. Aren't you going to get behind your desk and offer me a chair or something? What kind of establishment are you running here? I'm not Mario! I'm not a detective! I'm just a plumber! I can't help you with your case! Wait. No, frick. Shoot! Like, because it skips between his internal dialogue and his actual interior monologue and his actual dialogue. I can't follow. Okay, hold on. Okay, back up. Aren't you going to get behind your desk and offer me a chair or something? What kind of establishment are you running here? I'm not Mario. I'm not a detective. I'm just a plumber. I can't help you with your case. Sorry, I said, scooching behind Mario's desk and sitting in his cold chair. I awkwardly held up my hand in the direction of the chair opposite the desk. With a grumpy huff, she sat down, crossing her legs directly in front of me. Again, I felt compelled to note the length of her legs and the shortness of her shorts. The word Dane came to mind for some reason, but all this seemed very rude of me. Fortunately, my potted fireflower stared at me instead of her. It was the desk's colorful centerpiece. I always made sure to keep it watered and happy. I really felt like it livened up this dreary place, even if it had cold, unblinking eyes. I knew that the fireflower wasn't judging me. I allowed myself a smile and in the privacy of our gaze. Ugh, can't you get that thing out of the way? The woman grunted, pushing the potted plant to the side and revealing her scowling face to me again. Frick! No, I have to say this in Luigi's voice. Dang it! Ugh, can you get that thing out of the way? The woman grunted, pushing the potted plant aside and revealing her scowling face to me again. My smile disappeared with it. How am I supposed to talk to you if I can't even see you? It's so much better that way. It's way easier to talk if I can't see you. Sorry. This city. she sighed, pressing her hand against her forehead. You guys have fun, but you're all weirdos and freaks. Guess that's why I like it here. Better than back home. Nothing to do except play tennis or golf or whatever with all the rich... asymmetricals. Yeah. Pat myself in the back for that one. I am not okay with that language. What, asymmetrical? That's totally... Come on, since when is asymmetrical a curse, right? That's totally what she said. The woman appeared to completely forget why she was even here. You okay with smoking in your office? I mean, assuming that's what the Fireflower is here for. I shook my head. The universal sign for no. However, this woman was apparently from another universe. Great, cool, she said, taking out a cigarette from her pocket. Before I could protest, not that I have been able to protest, she placed the gross thing between her lips and what I could only imagine was a kissing position. Without so much as a warning, she leaned closer towards me and my heart nearly bursted out of my chest. My Fireflower lit the edge of a cigarette. She took a slow drag from it. Fire and ashes burning where the once clear stick used to be. Disgusting. I couldn't help but notice the calming effect it had on her, though. Her excited demeanor changed as he exhaled a black cloud of smoke into the face, like she was expelling all the bad inside of her. There was a lot of bad. I coughed, but she didn't mind. She leaned back in a quiet sigh, her eyes staring out to the same white and red neon mushroom sign outside the window. Ah, that's much better. I let the room stay quiet. It was nice this way. The sound of the rain, her hushed smoking breaths, and the various rustling from the shy guy next door. It was almost soothing. I could nearly forget about the hat in my hands, but not quite. Oh, she said slowly, finally bringing her attention back to me, her head in a cloud of smoke. How silly of me, I forgot to introduce myself. She pressed her cigarette down on Mario's desk, snuffing out any flames with her strong fingers. I was hypnotized by her lips, by the black and of the smoke floating. Frick! She pressed her cigarette down on Mario's desk, snuffing out any flames with her strong fingers. I was hypnotized by her lips, by the black of the smoke floating around her. About her. She breathed her words out slowly, her mouth moving in slow motion to me. Hi, I'm Daisy. And that's the end of this chapter. Okay, first off, you ended it with the, Hi, I'm Daisy line. Great. Well, it appears, this is also, an alternate universe as well. So, like a world where, I don't know, Mario is a detective, and, well, I mean, all the characters live in New Donk City, basically. Cool. Definitely seems to be, directed at a, I don't know, average teen audience? Okay, no. Definitely seems to be for a slightly older audience than the original games. The Mario... Okay. It definitely seems to be, like, directed at a, I don't know, older audience, I guess? Slightly older audience? Because, like, when I said asymmetrical, I was actually going to say, well, I'm sure you can figure it out. It's not important. Yeah. That was chapter 1, like I said. I don't think it's exactly of my taste, so to speak, but I don't know. It's I'll say one thing. It's definitely well written. Like, I haven't seen any grammar mistakes, and no, definitely seems like a lot of care was put into how this story was written. This promises to be pretty good. So you may. So if you're interested, you can click on the next video, assuming I upload another video of this. I kind of hope I do. That'd be nice. And we can continue reading this. I think I messed up with the voices a bit. Like, at first, I went for a bit of a detective. I went for a bit of a a bit of a detective or mob boss, I don't know, kind of voice, but but then I got confused because I don't know, it switches between his and I thought it was clear which pieces are of his dialogue are like written, like his dialogue is written in quotes, like that is it, and his inner thoughts should be written in without quotes. But I don't know, I just feel like and especially for you guys, should I just put up an image of the text itself? Because I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I use Open, because the only editing program I have access to right now is OpenShot, and for some reason they only allow like titles that can only hold like, I don't know, like 5 words at most in them. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully I cut a lot of this out. A lot of this is just rambling. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope to see you all next time. Ciao.